What's up, YouTube? It is your girl Latrina, and I am back again today with another tarot spread read. And starting off in our first row, we do get the Five of Wands, which does give a depiction of some spell work being done. And we also have the Hangman coming out with that Five of Wands. And that Five of Wands does speak of conflict as well as spell work. It looks like, due to these actions of spell work and conflict, someone has gotten themselves in the hangman position and even in poverty coming out in this first row. Whatever actions was taken regarding the spell work, it was actually probably regarding someone's material and spiritual prosperity. This spell work was an attempt to take someone's spiritual and material prosperity, and it did lead them to poverty. The spell work, whatever kind of spell work you can do for finances, it says it ain't over till the fat lady sings. So I'm assuming that whomever this individual or individuals are that are practicing this spell work, they determine that it is not over until the fat lady sings with this attempt to take someone's material and spiritual harvest using spell work, you know, and even to get out of poverty, because poverty is coming out right in this first row, which means it is a main topic. Also with spell work and someone not wanting to stop doing this spell work. They refuse to stop, and it's got them in the hangman position coming out, and even in poverty. Maybe they may just be trying to use the spell work to put you into poverty as well as to get themselves out of poverty or to stay out of poverty. But I'm thinking that this spell work is designed to put you into poverty. Because next we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out on top of the Five of Pentacles, which also speaks of, being left out in the cold. That's what the Five of Pentacles speaks of. And so we got these two fives showing up again, along with this Queen of Pentacles. And I'm assuming that she may be, directly responsible for this spell work activity. She may be trying to, prevent. She's coming out as a liar with this Five of Pentacles card, is the message for that. And also, she's coming out with the community. So she did work upon this with others. And then we have the Universe card showing up in that the very last card in that second row, which tells me that she's not been very truthful about something. I guess maybe to keep her wealth, because she doesn't want to go into poverty. She's trying to put you into poverty using spell work, and she feels like if she can get this community to come together and work with her, it will keep her out of the cold. But it actually has her in a hangman position. She's all caught up and stuck, because that's what that hangman depicts, a person that is literally is hanging on a noose. And then moving on, we have the moon coming out in the reverse in this third row. Also with the Four of Swords, which tells me that something has come to rest with these secrets. These secrets are beginning to be exposed, and they do release when the moon is in the reverse. it does release the secrets. And we have a message saying, call your supervisor. So that lets me know that something unorthodox was also being done, which, is unorthodox. Spell work is unorthodox. It says one does not rub the buttocks with a porcupine card. So that's definitely the unorthodox method card for me, because it's something that you just don't do. And it is regarding a breakup. Maybe this is dealing with one of your exes. Something has taken accelerated motion with this card coming out, because it actually gives that message of accelerated motion on this card. You see, because I guess the accelerated motion is coming upon these secrets being released by this moon, and something regarding, something having to be put to rest, because that's what this card speaks of. I'm thinking that, these secrets are going to put some things to rest about this unorthodox um, dealings, or, actions that were taken from someone that's, requiring a supervisor, someone, a higher up on these secrets. These secrets are requiring a higher up, because something has gone into accelerated motion regarding these secrets. I'm thinking that the secrets coming out is what's gone into accelerated motion with this moon reversal, because it does release those secrets when it comes out in the reverse. There's nothing hidden in that, aspect. Because next we do have the Nine of Swords coming out on top of this Three of Wands, which it does mean that someone's ships are coming in. I know that Three of Wands depicts a ship that's actually sailing in, to a particular community, or an individual is receiving their ships, and it actually has someone all in their head and trapped in a mental, a mental prison, anger, disbelief. They cannot believe what they're seeing. That's what this card always lets me know. When you see something that you cannot believe it. You absolutely cannot believe that someone's ships are coming in, and that they may be rich as fuck. They may be about to be rich as fuck with these ships coming in, and that rich as fuck card coming out. It got somebody all in their head, unrecognizing themselves. It says a door must either be open or shut. And so I'm thinking that something has opened up with this rich as fuck card coming out. You know, Someone cannot believe their eyes. They cannot believe what they're seeing or hearing when you get that card. And it has something to do with work, someone's worth ethic, or maybe their job. Maybe there's an increase from that, or maybe, something that was worked upon is going to cause you to be rich as well. And also, your ships will be coming in from that, because that Three of Wands depicts ships coming in. It's a direct depiction of that. That's exactly what that card means. And I'm not sure if these secrets being released is gonna, play any part in your ships arriving and coming onto the dock. And then in the fourth world, we next have the Ace of Cups card coming out, which usually speaks of, a brand new passionate love offer. And it could also even speak of an apology, or, some type of a grand love offer with this Two of Wands, because there has been some type of a choice made here with this card coming out. Because in the normal traditional deck, it does depict an actual person making a choice at a particular, stick, because there's two sticks and there's either one choice. He does make his choice for this particular stick, but it says actions speak louder than words, and that's coming out in the reverse. So I'm thinking that no one has even took any action on that choice, because this is what they are, a fake ass. That's exactly why this action has not been taken, or this actual choice, that this person puts his hand upon, regarding a journey in the reverse. So this journey was not, forthcoming. It was not righteous, a righteous trip. And then we have the third eye chakra in the reverse, which tells me more about that journey not being, I guess a brand new passionate beginning in love, because that Ace of Cups speaks of that. And whatever choice this individual made practicing this spell work, and this Queen of Pentacles trying to stay out of poverty and doing spell work to keep someone in poverty, it has a lot to do with this choice and this love here, this brand new passion in love. Maybe that's exactly what this spell work doing, love spells. I don't know, how you want to put that into words when someone's doing black magic, um, for love. Someone may be doing some black magic for love, and also for finances, and also, um, to keep you in poverty. That's what this spell work is about, because we do have an Empress coming out right on top of this Knight of Wands. The Empress shows up on deck in the very last row, and she comes out with this dirty cop or law official, and that lets me know that this dirty cop may be losing his job or his position due to some actions that were taken against this Empress. Because that Knight of Wands speaks of a fast action that was taken against this Empress. There was a fast action taken against this Empress by a dirty law official, and it actually will be leaving them jobless. And then, because of the choice that cop took to try to take someone's, foundation, trying to take this Empress off of her square and off of her foundation, because this came out in the reverse, which is the root chakra card, which lets me know that this dirty cop and law official, he didn't even have a square foundation, coming for this Empress like that. There was no foundation for him to come for this Empress. With the choice that he made to come for this Empress, it's gonna strip him off of his foundation and leave him jobless. Is what's gonna happen to this law official that actually did work against this Empress here. Dirty cop, jobless, and no foundation here, because that square is the basis of a lot of foundations. Practically most foundations are based on a square, circle, or a triangle. I mean, you could probably build a foundation on any of these shapes, but that square is the most popular foundation card. But this Knight of Wands, this dirty law official, he's gonna be jobless behind his choice to try to take this Empress up off of her square. And also, whatever actions and choices were made with this spell work by a fake ass, and I'm not sure who this fake ass is, because we have a Queen of Pentacles here. And this is the only person showing up, and we also have this Knight of Wands showing up at um, the very last row. So those two people so far, and I see two people here in this spell work card so far that may be, involved in this read right here. And it may be this dirty law officials, these secrets is being released about this Queen of Pentacles, and even about this spell work that puts somebody in the hangman position. It's actually got them stuck, caught up, and hanging, even in poverty. I'm thinking that this spell work was used to try to keep someone in poverty, But then we also have the material and spiritual prosperity. Like I said in another read prior to this one, is that someone was trying to come for your spiritual prosperity, your spiritual gifts, even your material gifts, using this spell work. But it says it ain't over because they felt like it ain't over. They still got breath in their nostrils. They're going to be using it for spell work. That's what this hangman has gotten into his mind. He's like, it ain't over until, the fat lady sings. And so they just continue to keep working this spell work. This community, you know, this community along with this Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles here, you can see the look on her face about her money. She don't play about that money, bro. And also the universe has even stepped into this tarot spread, which means the higher ups, the creator himself has stepped in on this community. And he's actually even stepped in and he throwed everybody into the Five of Pentacles that was involved in this group and this spell work and whatever lies that were being told, from this Queen of Pentacles, just to try to keep her, her foundation and her firm footing, on this planet here that we live on, that square. She's coming for that square, and she's coming for your spiritual and your material prosperity. That's what this says. That's what this spell work was all about, your spiritual and your material prosperity. And she actually wanted to put you into poverty with this spell work as well. But this has gotten her caught up because, this spell work was looked upon by the universe. The universe stepped in on this spell work. And the universe stepped in on somebody's refusal to stop practicing black magic on people's livelihoods and their lifestyle. That's not up to you. The creator determines, who he's going to shine and rain upon each day. It's not up to you to be casting black magic on people to try to actually take them off their square.